Hi YouTube, it's Ty. I'm getting better. Only 7 minutes late today. I think I was like 30 minutes late last week. Sorry, I'm working on it. I tried to start setting up about 10 minutes ahead of time, but that still wasn't enough time. I forgot that I had to put a little thumbnail together. So anyway, let me go on and get myself set up while I wait for everybody to come in. My dogs are asleep, so if you hear snoring, that is them and obviously not me. Let's see here. Let's get volume down and get myself set up on a screen. Hi, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that is. Let me see here. I'm trying to get myself set up so that I can see the comments come in on my computer. Let's see here. I need to start deleting stuff. Hey, my kiddo. How are you doing? Are you at work right now? Let's see here. Trying to get set up. Hi, Spammy. How are you doing? Wow, you were first last week, second this week. Thank you for coming in. Did you reach your 500 goal? Let me know what's going on there. Let's see. These are my comments. I don't want to. Okay. Okay, kiddos at work. Okay, Spammy reached her 500. That's what's up. Congratulations. I knew you would reach it way before the end of the year, so you can set a new year-end goal, 600 or 1,000, something like that. Hey, Britt, thank you for coming in. Are you at work today too? I'm getting set up so that I can read the comments coming on the screen. This one shouldn't take too long, you guys. I feel like maybe we have an hour and a half, 2 hours to go. Let's see here. Ooh, I was family. I met two gentlemen from England yesterday. Matthew sold one of his motorcycles to these two guys from England. They're from Southampton, but yeah, really nice guys, father and son. Um, let's see here. Um, and I was like, I know some people in England right now, but anyway, they were nice. Let me get set up here. If y'all hear that sound, that is my dog Rocco being gross. Um, okay, I think I'm good to go. Let me scoot this all the way to the edge and get my notes. And I'll let y'all know what we're talking about today. Okay, so today on our menu, oh, and you'll know, always, as always, as always, in my live stream, if you have a YouTube channel, feel free to promote your channel. Let us know about your channel. And feel free to support other channels. Let them know you're supporting them. You might get some support back. Go click those little three dots and look at who else is in here and see if they look interesting to you. If they do, support their channel. Let them know you're supporting them. You might get some support back. Yeah, I talked about Julie Chen last week on the live stream, Brit, about her quitting over her husband. We talked about Les Moonves at length on last week. This week, okay, and y'all, please just okay. Like I said, we'll dedicate the first 5 minutes to channel support. So, and you'll know after we are done with these first 5 minutes that you can keep that going. So, Spammy is doing a lot of fashion stuff on her channel right now. Brit and my kiddo too don't have channels. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever that was, whoever those two people are. Thank you, I appreciate it. Let me think who else. I'm trying to see who else is in here. Y'all keep if you have a channel, let us know so that we can support your channel. David Singleton, hey, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. I'm used to seeing you like when I do my live streams during the week in the afternoons, but I'm so glad you're here. That is sexy Ty. It's Ty. I don't know how sexy I'm feeling today, but I'm here. I appreciate y'all so much for being here. We got about 30 seconds more to go for just channel support, and then I'll let y'all know what's on the gossip menu for today, and y'all can decide if y'all want to stay or go. Hopefully you'll stay with me and we can just have some fun. My dogs have been asleep all day, and of course Rocco wakes up when I get on my live stream making noise. Shut up. Let's see. Um, you're asking a strong prayer for your girl. What's going on, Bree Britt? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. And we're past the 5 minute mark, but that's okay. Please, while I'm talking, if you have a channel, keep that going. Y'all keep the support going all through the stream for each other's channels. Let's help each other grow. Today, we're going to be talking about we have a celebrity death, and I don't know if everybody's going to know who this is. I try to keep the celebrity deaths limited to people who are super, super famous that I think everyone will know. But Arthur Mitchell died, and that's somebody who was important to me. I'm not crying, I'm just, look, a little parched. Hey, viewers of you, thank you for my thumbs up number 3. We're going to talk about the mass shooting that took place in Maryland at the Rite Aid warehouse. We're going to talk about a comment that was made about a quarterback that was racist and what happened after that comment was made. We're going to talk about, and hopefully my tablet is going to be functioning and we can talk about a little t-shirt cannon accident with Chip the Buffalo that I thought was cute. And then we'll talk about the new Cardi B and Nicki Minaj of this week, Tom Arnold and Mark Burnett, and the fight that they had at the pre-Emmys awards party. And then we will talk about what I really want to talk about this week that was just so funny to me. Katt Williams versus Wanda Smith, radio personality. She says she's a comedian too, but Tom Arnold, that's funny. Yeah, exactly, David. That's how I feel about Wanda. Wanda who? Will you talk about the dad who shot the police? No, I don't know who that is or what that was. Animation's real. You always have stories. Give me links on my Twitter because I know me and you follow each other on Twitter because I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Rocco, say hi. Look. He's looking at my hand. Look. Say, hey, y'all. I'm annoying my mom because I want some attention because she's doing something else. I've been asleep all goddamn day, but now she's doing something and I want her attention. Go to your bed. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about. And y'all, anytime y'all have, Spammy gave you 4 hearts. Yes, and David says you're a nice dog. So you better be good because they're saying good things about you. He got his big ass head on my thigh. They're saying good things about you, so you better be good today. Come say hi and say thank you. Come here. Come on. Say, he's trying to bite my hand. Y'all see? Say, hey everybody, thank you. Say thank you. Get down. We'll play later. Move. Go to your bed. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so that's what we have on the schedule today. Okay, Bree Britt is enjoying her day off. Legal trouble, can't get into it much on here, but I can message you on IG if that's okay. Gosh, I'm not on Instagram. Rocco is 3 going on 4. So yeah, he's still very goofy, David. So okay, y'all, positive thoughts, prayers, whatever you do, positive vibes for Bree Britt's friend who has a legal situation going on. Let's just, whatever we need to do for her friend. We can't get into details, and obviously, when legal things going on, you can't talk much. But okay, let us do that. Let's just, Lord, you know what Bree Britt's friend stands in need of. Please help her in this time of need. I don't know what else to do or what else to say. You can always email me, Bree Britt, because I'm not really on my Instagram. I haven't been on my Instagram in a long time. And I'm always on Twitter, though. Twitter and email are the best ways to get in touch with me outside of YouTube. LOS3. How you sending Rocco to his bed? Because Rocco will sleep all day, and Rocco was asleep all day until I got on this live stream. Sammy's still asleep. So Rocco's just awake because he wants to be bothering me. But yeah, Animation Rule, you come up with good stuff. So if you'll just like shoot me links or you don't even have to send the link, but let me know something on Twitter before I hop on, and I don't mind talking about whatever you want to talk about. Wolverine Scratch is really good about sending me stories. So I'm gonna go in and get into it now. Arthur Mitchell, like I said, this is someone who's important to me. Hey, Nettie and Lil Dino, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Y'all keep the support for each other's channels going. You got a channel, promote it. And feel free to let people know, hey, I'm supporting your channel. You might get some support back. All right. And yes, we lit. I forgot to say it too, Animations Real. We are lit up in here. So since we're super fucking lit, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, rest in peace to Arthur Mitchell, who died at the age of 84. Like I said, usually when I do these RIPs, I do it because it's like a huge celebrity that we all know. And I know the dance world isn't really important to a lot of people, but you all know that dance was my second major in college, and I was in a professional dance company in college. And while I was in college and a few years after college, a professional ballet and modern dance company. And Arthur Mitchell is a black male dancer who paved the way for other minority dancers by becoming one of the first black dancers to join a major ballet company. He joined the New York City Ballet in the 50s, and he helped start the acclaimed Dance Theater of Harlem. And he died on Wednesday at a hospital in New York City. And like I said, he was 84 years old. According to one of his nieces, his cause of death was renal failure. And he came up in the ranks of the ballet world at a time when segregation was very much still a thing. And he had instructors who encouraged him to study other genres, because the thought was always that black people can't really do ballet. Hey, Slick, thank you for coming in. And theater goers would write letters to the theaters where he would dance, expressing their outrage at this black man being paired to dance with a white woman on stage. Television programs would invite the New York City Ballet to perform, but they would ask that Arthur Mitchell sit out, the TV performances. And George Balanchine, who was over the New York City Ballet at the time, would insist that our entire company is coming or we're not dancing at all. If we're coming, we're going to be dancing with the black Arthur Mitchell. And so in 1969, Arthur Mitchell co founded an all black dance school that grew to include a professional black dance company. And he said that the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. a year earlier had filled him with this sense of urgency to start the school. And a quote from him: "When the Dance Theater of Harlem started, there was still a fallacy that black people could not do classical ballet. People said to me, 'Arthur, you're the exception.' No, I said, I had the opportunity." And Arthur Mitchell's dance company is now one of the most sought after dance ensembles in the world. And Arthur Mitchell had no immediate survivors. I'm almost sure that he was homosexual, and maybe that's why. But anyway, so like I said, usually these RIPs are just someone like a huge name that we all know. But when I saw that Arthur Mitchell died, it was important to me, and that's why I'm sharing it with you all, because the dance world is a huge part of my life. And so and he just as important as any other breakthrough black dancer. We all think of Alvin Ailey. I think probably when we think of black dancers, but Alvin Ailey was a modern dancer, not a ballet dancer. So anyway, it was important to me. So let me see what y'all are saying, and then we'll move on to the next story. Let's see here. Thank you, David. Yes, it's my stream. That doesn't mean I want to. I mean, I have to entertain y'all, or else y'all are gonna run off if I bore you. But it was just that important, so I had to say something about him. Let me see here. Rocco, go to your bed. You are drooling on me, and that is a no-no. Whew, okay, excuse me, y'all. Now it makes sense, David. Now what makes sense? I don't know. I'm lost. I hate that when I get behind on the comments. R.I.P. World. Rest in peace, world. Wait, no, the whole world isn't dead. It's just him. Um, okay, so you're thinking of Sammy Davis. Sammy Davis. Oh, like Sammy Davis Jr.? What do you mean? Why are you thinking? Because of Arthur Mitchell? Like just like coming up in the ranks like during a time when segregation was a thing. Well, I'm lost on what's got you thinking about Sammy Davis Jr. Oh, the dancing. Okay, the whole dancing thing. Oh, okay, got you. Okay. Now I think I'm back on track with everybody. So that was that, and yeah, I'm sad, and I'm tearing up a little bit But we'll go on and move on to the next story. I really want to get to this whole Cat Williams, Wanda Smith thing. That was the funniest shit I saw all week, and that's the funniest thing I've seen in a while. So let me go on and move on to the next story. Another sad story. We always try to get the sad things out of the way first. In Maryland, a town called Perryman, Maryland, at a Rite Aid warehouse. There was a mass shooting. Something that I know our friends in England are always like, what's the deal with you Americans and these guns? But it was in Perryman, Maryland. A woman opened fire on co-workers on Thursday morning. Oh, thank you, Nettie. I appreciate that. She injured 3 people. She killed 3 other people, and then she turned the gun on herself. This took place at a Rite Aid distribution center, and the shooter was a temporary employee. Don't know what would have gotten to her so badly as a temp, especially that she would just lose it and kill people. And the 26-year-old female shooter, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Hey, Rido boy. Yeah, it looks like Snochia Mosley. I don't. It's spelled Snochia. Snochia. I don't know, Mosley. And she started shooting people outside before entering the building. And she did also, though, die from her own self-inflicted gunshot wound. So don't know what the deal was with that. And Rido boy came in, so glad to see him. Always glad to see Ride Boy come in. And he says a woman. Wow, that's new. Now, when I saw the story, they showed a picture of her, and I saw a lot of people commenting that she looks like a man. And then I saw some other commenters who were close to where the incident happened, and I guess they probably got a few more details than were released like on a national news level. And they said that she was transgender. So I don't know if she was fully transitioned with, or if she was just on hormones or whatever. I don't even know for sure. I have not been able to confirm, but I have seen people on Twitter commenting that she was born a man. So I don't know, and I guess that the papers are just trying to be politically correct and address her with the her pronoun because she's transgender, if that's the truth. I don't know, like I said. But yeah, right away, it's odd to see women as mass shooters. Not unheard of, but yeah. Like I said, I saw the picture and I didn't really think twice. Kind of just looked like a woman with, sometimes women have somewhat masculine features and short hair. I mean, shit, y'all know I've had trolls come in here and ask me if I'm a goddamn transgender. So whatever, I didn't think anything twice about it. But then when I started reading so many comments of so many men saying that she looked manly and all this stuff, and then seeing that, so maybe that was the case. I don't know. So David says you won't hear much about it either. And why do you say that? Yeah, and I haven't to consider that it was a mass shooting in a workplace. It seems like the story has been pretty quiet. Now I don't watch any TV really. I don't turn on my TV during the week. Even the TV. Oh, because she's transgender. Okay, yeah. Even the TV shows that I watch during the week, I watch on my computer. So I don't know if they are making any kind of a deal out of it. It doesn't seem like it though. Hi, the TK Live Show. Thank you for coming in. I didn't catch you when you first came in. I appreciate you being in here. Let's see here. People need their eyes checked if they think that about you. Thanks right away. And, trolls, they gotta say something, so maybe that's all they can say. I don't know. But I've had at least a couple of trolls come in here and ask me if I'm a man. Whatever. Let's see here. They protect those people. Yeah, there does seem to be a level of protection, David. I would agree that they get. And they probably need it. I mean, she doesn't need it now because she's dead. But you hear too often about transgender women, especially being killed and killed and murdered, same damn thing. Killed and tortured, and so I can understand. Yeah, it seems like the kind of thing they will try to throw under the rug. Yeah, I agree. Hey, American Copperhead, y'all. I always get so excited when she's here. I love American Copperhead. I love everybody. Don't get me wrong, but she's just so supportive of like all my little videos that are like really important to me. Like, I mean, I have stuff that I do, obviously, that like this is fun, and this my Sunday Funday live stream. Y'all have made this like probably my biggest thing on YouTube that I do on a consistent basis, and probably because it's like one of the few things that I'm actually consistent about. Hey, Nathan likes drums, but I love doing my colorism videos, and American Copperhead is a huge supporter of that. Like just everything that's like actually really important to me, because a lot of stuff I do on here is just fun. Like my Real House Dolls of Texas video, if y'all haven't checked that out and you just want to laugh because you want to see me playing with dolls, then that's a fun short video. So just let me give myself a plug there. Please keep promoting your own channels throughout this live stream. Let people know that you are supporting them. You might get some support back. Thank you, Animations Real. Yeah, I also started a new feature, Workout Wednesdays, and so I started off with planks. I got some requests from Me and These Curls and A View from Tracy's Point, and My Twisted Life TV with poetry on other stuff. So yeah, Sammy's got some information on her channel she's telling y'all about. Hey, Two Chicks crew, thank you for coming in. I appreciate seeing y'all here. Okay, and Sammy raps better than Eminem. At this point, I don't doubt it because I think his new stuff is trash. But if you rap better than he did when he first came out, then I really have to say that. So I will check that out. So yeah, y'all let us know if you've got like interesting stuff going on your channel. Let us know so we can like, oh hey, that sounds good. After we watch Ty, we'll go over to the other channel. Okay, so yeah, always feel free to promote your channels. So here is the next story. Deshaun Watson, who if y'all know, well, anything about me, if you've been watching for a while, I like, let me say American football, since we have English people in here and that's not football to them. So let me say American football. My American football team is the Dallas Cowboys, who I will not be supporting until either Jerry Jones dies or a few players grow some balls. But anyway, I don't care anything about the Houston Texans, but this is a story about a Houston Texan quarterback, Deshaun Watson, and something that was said about him by Lynn Redden, who was the superintendent of the Onalaska Independent School District in Texas. Last Sunday, after the Houston Texans lost to the Tennessee Titans, the superintendent took to his Facebook and posted, quote, "That may have been the most inept quarterback decision I've ever seen in the NFL. When you need precision decision making, you can't count on a black quarterback." So, for someone who was questioning the intellect of a black man, the school district superintendent certainly proved not to be too bright himself, as he thought that his post was a private message to someone else, and it wasn't. So, in addition to receiving a lot of backlash and being called out as racist by the public in general, his comments were also denounced by several of the Houston Texans players who had their quarterbacks back, including probably everybody's, favorite Houston Texan, J.J. Watt. And even though I don't like the Houston Texans, I do like J.J. Watt. But a lot of them just came back and said, yeah, we got our quarterbacks back. He is a smart guy, blah, blah. And it's just stupid to make these comments in 2018, that basically black people don't have the intellect to play the game that white people do. So his comments, like I said, were denounced by the players. And 6 days later, in the wake of those comments, he resigned from his job as the superintendent of the Onalaska Independent School District. So I hope that your little racist comment was worth it, sir. Happy job hunting. I don't know what else to say to you. So let me see what y'all's comments are as I pat Rocco down because he's getting on my nerves. Go to your bed. You're tripping. And you're drooling on me. Mommy doesn't like that. I said, no. Okay, let's see here. What are you all saying in here? Uh, okay, I'm waiting for Diddy coming for Eminem. How do you think that'll go? I guess what. So I guess Diddy's coming for Eminem because of that line that he put in his song about Diddy putting the hit out on Tupac. Is that what it? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and honestly, Diddy will be one of the few black rappers who will actually address him. And okay, and I don't know. Are you saying that Diddy is going to come for him on a track? Because that would make him a rare person. The black rappers, when they clap back at Eminem, they just do it like in an interview, like on the radio or in a magazine or something. And so he'll be one of the few to join the ranks, I guess, of like Machine Gun Kelly, who actually come back with a diss track. People never do that. Hey, Wolverine Scratch, how are you doing? Did you want to talk about that story that you tagged me on Twitter? Because I just put the note because I had already seen the story. So if you want to talk about that, I do have that in a note for my notes for this week. Um, did he never written a rap in his life? No, I don't know about it. Well, I know he's certainly produced some good tracks, but let's see here. It say that she came to work in a bad mood. Okay, so Kiddo's talking about um the shooting in Maryland. It's another word. She had an attitude. Okay, so I guess I don't know. It seems like for Kiddo, we're like really backed up for her all the time. Yeah, Wolverine. I've always heard those. Well, not always, but for years, I've heard those rumors about Beyonce and Jay Z being involved in dark magic and stuff. So I don't, and I'm not here to. It seemed like people when they read the story or saw the story, they weren't really quick to dismiss it because those rumors have been around for a while. Um, he's gonna try to get M blacklisted, but he's with Dre, so good luck. I don't know that he would try to go that far. And but yeah, I don't think that he would have any luck doing that either. But I do think that it's a bitchy of Eminem to try to get Machine Gun Kelly blacklisted. And I've mentioned that before. I think that that yeah, I know we're just talking. We don't know, David. I'm with you. I mean, we're all just kind of speculating here. But I do feel like I said last week, I think it was, or the week before, I feel like Eminem is a lot like Nicki Minaj and feels threatened. Like Nicki Minaj, I think, feels threatened by other female rappers because she's been the female rapper. And I feel like Eminem is threatened by these young white rappers coming up because he's been the white guy in the rap game. I don't think he wants anybody else to come in and take that place. Um, Ride Voice is a Machine Gun Kelly won the beef. Don't at him. Um, I don't know that he won the beef, but I just commend him for making a diss track to begin with because people act like they're so afraid to go against Eminem as a lyricist. He's not the lyricist that he used to be. He was like in the top five, I think, when he came out. He doesn't have the skills that he used to have, but I think it's just very hypocritical of him to come at Machine Gun Kelly over a tweet about his daughter when I had already talked about that. Like I said, Eminem said a lot worse things about young girls when he was a grown ass man when he started rapping. So for him to come at Machine Gun Kelly for saying his daughter looks fucking hot, Eminem needs to go sit the fuck down somewhere, being angry about that because he said a lot worse about teenage girls. Let's see here. Um, let's see. I'm trying to see what y'all's comments are about the last story. Um, Oh, okay. American Copperhead says JJ Watt is awesome, and DWO Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback. He got injured last season, and it's going to take a while to get back into the rhythm, but he's going to do great again. Yeah, I think that he's going to be fine. But who knows about this superintendent, whether he'll be able to find another job again. Let's see here. Um, She did look like a guy. Interesting. Yeah, kiddo. They were saying she's transgender. So that yeah. I saw the picture and it didn't even register to me really that she looked like a man. But the more and more people kept saying it, I kept looking back at the picture and I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I guess you know. Let's see here. Yeah, David. Okay. David is saying that. Damn, that's crazy. Talking about the shooting. That I mean, that is crazy. What else can you say about that? I mean. But yeah, at least she managed to shoot and kill herself this time. I hate it when, people go in and kill up all those people and then somehow they just aren't able to kill themselves. I do wish, however, they would just kill themselves and leave everybody else alone if they're so, disenchanted with the world. Kill yourself and leave other innocent people out of it. Goodness. I haven't heard that new Prince track yet, Wolverine. I think I saw you mention something about it on Twitter. Twitter. Why am I pronouncing my T's like they should be? I never do that. I think I saw you and say something about it on Twitter. Let's see here. Don't like the music though. She's cute, but to be fair, I'm sure many rappers tried to get at her to make him mad. Probably so. Right away, probably so. And she's a cute little girl, I guess. She's a cute little girl. Um, uh, and David says maybe got her too. I don't know if any of them have gotten to her or not, but to say she's fucking hot, that's not as bad as saying that I want to jack off to her in a shower scene or who she giving head to. I mean, like I said, Eminem has said much worse. So I don't care if somebody tweeted that his daughter's fucking hot. Get over it, Eminem, with your old ass. So anyway, let me get to the next story. Why are we talking about Eminem? Oh yeah. Okay, so let me see if I can pull this up. Because it was just really a cute little video that I wanted to show y'all in case y'all hadn't seen it. Hold up. Rocco, go find something to do with yourself. You're annoying me right now. Don't annoy me. Hold on. Excuse me, y'all. He's drooling. Go away, drooly boy. You're annoying me. Do you want to annoy me? You don't want to do that. Let's see here. Thank you, Nettie. I appreciate it. Let me see. Go. Hi, the kids and me. Thanks for coming in. Lay down. You're being annoying right now. It's only because I'm talking to you all that Rocco wants my attention right now. He'll just go to another school and continue his hatred. Probably so. My kiddo. Let's see here. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can pull up this little video for y'all because this will be a little short story, but it was cute to me. Got my little tablet. You'll see I ruined well, I didn't ruin it, but I cracked my tablet. I've had this tablet for a long time, and I cracked the screen just being careless. Let's see here. Give me just a second. And it's a very, very, very short video, so. Okay, let me get it set up for you. We all love to catch a t-shirt at a sporting event, don't we? Here's a story, a brief story about a mascot, Chip the Buffalo, Colorado's mascot. He was all set to fire off t-shirts into the crowd at their last game last Saturday, and it looks like he must have had the t-shirt cannon pointed in the wrong direction as he ended up shooting himself in the nuts. So there's nothing more to say. With that, let me just show you the video. Let's see here. Hope y'all can see it. Tell me if y'all can see what happened. And he's down. So, nothing more than that. I think that every guy in the stand probably felt Chip's pain. And Chip was carted off, and he was able to wave goodbye to the crowd as he was carted off to get some medical attention. But yeah, you gotta be sure that you aim that t-shirt cannon the right way because, those were projectiles. Those were made to get the t-shirts up to the people in the nosebleed section. So I'm sure that was a powerful punch to the nuts for a good old Chip. So let me see what y'all are saying about that. Just a good old LOL. And let's see. Oh, Rocket, like, who the fuck is she talking to? Right, oh boy. Wolverine Scratch just laughing. Right, oh boy says, man down. Nettie says, LMAO. Dave says, was he more embarrassed than in pain? I would imagine he was probably in a lot of pain from the way that. I mean, I see guys react to other men getting hit or punched or kicked in the nuts, and they look like they're in literal physical pain. So I imagine that that's like some serious pain. Yeah, he was not ready. Right, no boy. Man, Amazing Real says, pain like no other. Well, look, I used to take Taekwondo, and we would do drills, and sometimes I would get kicked in the chest, which would hurt me, and I would complain to my teacher about it, my instructor, and he would say, "There's no such thing as gender in here." So he told me that one day, and I had enough, so I kicked a guy right in the nuts, and he went down, folded over, was in the fetal position on the mat. And so he's like, no, 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 you can't do that. You don't do that. And I was like, why not? I was like, there's no gender here, right? So if I can get kicked in the titties, somebody doesn't get kicked in the nuts, right? Shouldn't be a problem. That's the way I see it. So anyway, yeah. Well, David says you don't do that. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm with you, American Copperhead, saying that she's glad that that post was made public so that these other school districts will hopefully think twice before hiring the guy. Hopefully, it'll be a really hard task for him to get on. Wolverine Scratch says he's got strong nuts. That's good to know. I'm sure it did hurt, but yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure that he was embarrassed too. But I think that it probably really hurt because I mean, just think, y'all see how those t-shirt cannons work and how far they shoot up those t-shirts. I mean, like those are set to go for quite a distance. So can you imagine, like even if it were just your stomach, like that would really, really hurt. Um, let's see. Well, hey, if they're kicking me in the tits, American Copperhead, I feel like everything is off limits. There's no gender, so that means nobody has any parts we need to be worried about anywhere. Um, Dave says you get kicked in the nuts feels like you're dying. That's what you men act like. So I can't say that I know, even though I know some of you trolls think I'm transgender. I can't say that, I know what that feels like. Hey, Chevy Powered Box. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, kiddos. Says, support my channel, please. I wouldn't know, David, but I do know if you get kicked hard enough, it can affect your ability to have babies and everything. Yep, I've heard that too. Haven't had babies, but I guess I haven't been kicked that hard. Some professor in Canada lost his job for saying that genders don't exist. That's strange, but yeah, the lines are being so blurred now. People have so many schools of thought on that. It's just crazy. Chevy Power Box says it hurts getting kicked in the nuts. Yes. So yeah, Chevy Power Box. I don't know if you saw this. This is why we're talking about it because we just saw this video of this mascot shooting himself by accident with the t-shirt cannon. And you see him go down. So that's why we were on that subject. I know you just came in. That's why I wanted to replay that for you. So now we're all caught up. Let's get to the next story. Okay, Nettie said she'll be right back. It hurts watching other people get. Yeah, that's why I said I think that his feelings might have been hurt. He might have been embarrassed, but I think that for sure he was in physical pain. The way that I hear guys talk about, the way I see guys react to other guys getting kicked in the nuts. And he said he felt the nuts in his chest. American Copper is still laughing at him, saying poor thing. Okay, so next thing, Tom Arnold and Mark Burnett. David says, Tom who? Yeah, Tom Arnold, who is really nobody to us except for Roseanne Barr's ex-husband, and Mark Burnett, who is like a mega TV producer, produced so many TV reality shows. Tom Arnold claims that Mark Burnett attacked him at a pre-Emmy, the Emmys Awards, at a pre-Emmy party on Sunday night. So it's like Tom and Mark are out here trying to be Cardi B and Nicki Minaj 2.0. What he says happened. Well, anyway, Tom did file a police report with the LAPD on Monday. and Tom Arnold is hosting this upcoming series called The Hunt for the Trump Tapes. And Mark Burnett is also the chairman of MGM Worldwide Television. So, like I said, he's huge, huge, huge in television. And Tom Arnold tweeted about him that he, quote, just went apeshit and choked me at this huge Emmy party. That was on the night of on Sunday. And reportedly, whatever kind of scuffle that happened between the two of them, it took less than 30 seconds. And they say that Sunday, Tom Arnold was telling a group of people that the tapes from Donald Trump from The Apprentice had, quote, just been handed over to Ronan Farrow. Now, in case y'all don't recall who Ronan Farrow is, that's the New York Times reporter who keeps busting these Me Too stories wide open. We talked about him just last week. He's the one who reported on Les Moonves, and Les Moonves, after those stories that Ronan Farrow reported, had to step down as being the CEO of CBS. So if there was some truth to what Tom Arnold said about those Trumps being handed over to Ronan Farrow, that could be a huge thing. So in July, Tom Arnold said, quote, I'm going to keep hammering Burnett until he shows those tapes. Now, Burnett was also like I said, producer for The Apprentice. So he's apparently trying to get those Trump tapes from Burnett released. Apparently, Trump has said some things that are incriminating. And so then also Roma Downey, who is Mark Burnett's wife, and she also used to star in Touched by an Angel with Della Reese, she also tweeted about the event, saying that Tom Arnold, quote, tried to ambush my husband and me. And her tweet was also coupled with a picture of her bruised hand. Well, this very well could be a publicity stunt for Tom Arnold, whose TV show that he's going to start. It starts at some time. It already started. Like, it took place a day or two, a couple of days, like, after this Emmys event. So Tom Arnold is talking about suing Roma Downey now for defamation, and she tweeted, quote, is your TV show worth it, Tom? Please stop. And Tom Arnold replied in a tweet to her, bullshit, you lie. Your crazy husband attacked me, you psycho. I'm filing police report and suing you for defamation. He literally said, I'm filing police report, not a police report. So that's why I read it that way. I read it the way he wrote it. Hold on. Okay. So that's that. Tom Arnold and his crazy ass. Let's see here what y'all's comments are. Chevy Power Box. That made me laugh. Let's bring up the elephant in the room. Your last plank video. Okay, so y'all, and somebody had already mentioned my planking video. Who was that mentioned my planking video? Somebody already said something about it, Chevy Power Box. But I'm going to be doing a once a week, every Wednesday, I'll do a workout video, and I already have some other things lined up because I got thankfully some suggestions after that video. So they will all be short videos, and yeah, we'll just do that every week. So let's see here. Tom Arnold charged at Mark for controversy reasons. Tom orchestrated the whole fiasco. I would not be surprised at that, my kiddo. I would not be surprised at that because, I mean, just the timing with him finally having some work coming out, I wouldn't be surprised. Right Up Boy says, I think he's worse than his ex-wife. And you know what? They're probably two peas in a pod, but yeah, that I think they're both really sucky people, so you could be right. Let's see here. There comes a time when your old ass needs to retire, let others in. That is true, and I'm not sure what you're talking about, what that's related to, but yeah, I agree. Tom Barr, David calls him. David says, when you got millions of dollars, why not have a football team? Wait a minute, what are you talking about there, David? What did I miss when you got millions? Well, if you're talking American football team, like the NFL, you need billions to get in that club. Every last one of those team owners is a billionaire. I want to talk about Eddie Murphy expecting his 10th child. I didn't know that he was. So that's something that I'm going to have to look up for next week if y'all really want to get into that. I don't keep up with Eddie Murphy like that. I didn't know that he had so many children. Um, my friend, an older lady, her son was kicked very hard. They were afraid he wouldn't be able to something. Went to I don't know what they were afraid he wouldn't be able to do. Went to the hospital and everything. She was so happy when he was an adult and finally had a daughter. Oh, I guess like they're afraid he wouldn't be able to have kids. Oh, well, good. I'm glad everything worked out for him. My gosh. Yeah, I agree, my kiddo, that Tom Arnold probably started that. It's just too much of a coincidence with them finally having some workout. Uh, Doing Pilates is a good workout. Oh, okay. Yes, Pilates is a very good workout. I was in college the first time I tried Pilates, and I was so sore 2 days later, I could barely walk. It looks like you're barely doing anything like when you're doing Pilates a lot of the time, but yeah, let's see. Yuck, Eddie needs to stop. You need money to have an ability. I wish one day, y'all, ooh, a billionaire. I hadn't even thought about becoming a billionaire, but I would love to have that kind of money. Don't know that I would want an NFL team if I did have that kind of money. Don't even think that I could get the votes that it would take to get into that rich white men's club if I did have money. But mm, what are you talking about? You can barely walk. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that Katt Williams video is hilarious, and that's what we're getting ready to get into. Like I said, this stream was going to be short, and it didn't seem like a whole lot happened this week for me to talk about. But when I saw that Katt Williams and Wanda Smith shit going on, I knew I had to talk about it because it made me laugh. So you guys, Katt Williams, for those of you who don't know, hey, Deshaun on the track, thank you for coming in. I didn't even see you when you first commented. So, Katt Williams is a comedian, and apparently Wanda Smith, I only knew of her to be as a radio talk host in Atlanta on a show that I don't even listen to. I knew her to be a radio talk show host, but apparently she's also a comedian, or at least she calls herself one. I am on the fence about that after seeing this whole fiasco go down. So, Katt Williams and another comedian I'd never heard of named Red Grant, they went to B103, and that's a radio station in Atlanta, to promote some upcoming comedy shows that they were doing in Atlanta. And like I said, I don't listen to this radio station on a regular basis because I'm not in Atlanta. But I have listened to a few interviews with the host of that show. It's Frank Ski and Wanda Smith. And I'm not really fond of the way that either one of them does interviews. The only reason I think that they're even getting national attention is because they are in Atlanta and there are so many reality TV personalities there, and that's why sometimes their YouTube videos might go semi-viral or something because people want to see them interview, whatever person from Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, or whatever. So anyway, so the story is about Katt Williams, the comedian, and Wanda, the co-host of the show, getting into it. Like I said, I thought that she was just a radio co-host, but apparently, according to her, she's also a comedian. And she hosts some of the comedy shows where these two men were going to be performing in Atlanta. And she was going to host one of the shows on that weekend, on Saturday. And so Katt Williams came on and was interviewed. They were only scheduled to interview Red Grant, the comedian I had never heard of. But then Wanda saw that Katt was in the green room and asked him to come be interviewed. So he came on to the show, got in the booth, gets plugged up or whatever. He had some things to say about other comedians that were not very favorable, I guess. He talked about Rel and Hannibal Buress and Gerard Carmichael, Kevin Hart, and Tiffany Haddish. And not to get into everything that Katt Williams said, because that's not the point of this particular story, but it seems like he was basically saying that all of those male comedians that he named, Rel, Hannibal, Gerard, Kevin Hart, that Hollywood allowed them to become famous because they're ugly. And it kind of sounds like he still really hasn't figured out why Tiffany Haddish is famous. And I think that he considers her to be a funny actress and not a comedian. And you all know how, like, these comedians sometimes they do take their craft very seriously, and it's like a club, they don't want to let everybody in. So, like, yeah, she's a funny actress, she can read a script and make you laugh, but is she a comedian? And I think that's what he was trying to distinguish one from the other. And he mentioned that that no one is ever able to tell you their favorite Tiffany Haddish joke because they haven't heard a Tiffany Haddish joke. Basically, she hasn't done any specials, he says. Now, someone, I have seen people come and correct and say that yes, she has had a special, but at any rate, I haven't heard a lot of people been able to say, well, oh yeah, my favorite Tiffany Haddish joke is one where she says blah blah blah. We've all seen her act a fool on different TV shows and in movie appearances, but whatever. He also said something about her having a white husband and her saying that she wanted to screw Brad Pitt, help to further her career. I didn't know what that was all about, and I didn't really get the point that he was making there. I didn't understand where he was going. But I can honestly say that I do not find Tiffany Haddish funny at all. And I don't get her hype at all. Like, she's just so not funny to me. I've never seen her do stand-up. But in the roles I've seen her play, it's just typical, blah, 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 and being all loud. And I hate that. And it's just like, okay. But, you know, she's a hit. I mean, people obviously like, you know, what she's doing. Nevertheless, I cannot knock her success or her hustle. I don't like her comedy or her brand of acting, but apparently a lot of people do. And apparently Wanda Smith took issue with some of the things that Katt Williams had to say about Tiffany Haddish in particular, it seems. And, you know, when he's saying that, you know, she's not funny and all this stuff, then she brings up the movie Girls Trip, which I never saw. And she's like, oh, that was hilarious. And he was like, do you think that Tiffany Haddish wrote Girls Trip, goofball? You know, he's like, she acted in a movie. And now he wasn't calling her a goofball at this point. He's just saying the way that people react to it, you know, they act like she wrote the damn movie or something. She played a character. And she's like, well, yeah, but people like her because she's so real. Her come-up story is so inspiring. And okay, like, yeah, I mean, because I've heard that she was homeless, living in her car. Same thing like Tyler Perry, whatever. And so Katt was like, okay, well, yeah, but, you know, so what? She's real. Everybody's real. He's like, you don't have a cousin, you know, a sister, a friend who acts basically ghetto and like a clown. Like, that's real. That's real. So like, that's the face that we need to put out there. So anyway, I was feeling what he was saying about her, because I mean, yeah, we're all real. Like, I'm real. Like, none of us are, you know, holograms. Like, yeah, we're all real. What the fuck does that mean, Wanda? So whatever. And it seems that she took on those comments that Katt Williams was making about Tiffany Haddish. It seems like she took them on personally, because then she started to attempt to roast Katt Williams. I'm talking about Wanda. And why did she do that if she wasn't ready? I'm not a huge fan of Katt Williams' comedy, but I know that man to be a roaster. And so if you're coming for him, you better be ready, you know. And when y'all, when I tell y'all that he went in on her, he did, and I laughed so hard. And if she had not started it, I would have said that it was completely unfair and tasteless. But because she went there, I said, okay, we got to go through with it. I think that she was still in her feelings about the comments that he had made about the other comedians, especially Tiffany, American Comedy. Yeah, why is she doing it if she wasn't ready? And then The interview, it progresses for a few minutes, and then they got into a conversation about what they cook for their children and what their children like to eat. And I think that it was actually the other comedian who was supposed to be interviewed, Red Grant, who started bringing that up because it was clear that like the conversation was getting kind of heated. So he's like, let me just get them talking about something else. They both are parents. Let's talk about what they cook for their kids. And so Katt was explaining that and I felt like she was being rude. It seemed like she was cutting him off, asking him questions and cutting him off before he could finish answering. She's like, what do your kids like to eat? So he mentions that he has 4 girls who all have very different tastes. One is a vegetarian, one only eats meat, the other one doesn't do dairy, etc. There are all these different dietary things that he's compensating for, so it's not like just one dish that they all like. He said something about basically when he cooks something he'll do a lasagna, then he's got to do a vegetarian lasagna, and then he makes some chicken wings, and that way everybody can eat or whatever. And so he said then he asked Wanda how many children she has. Katt asked her, and she said she had 3 boys. He says boys are easy, aren't they, something like that. And she's like, they can be. He says, well, what about you? What's your favorite meal that you cook for your kids? And she said, I do a really good broccoli. And she was going on to say something else, but then Katt stopped there. He's like, broccoli? He said, I want everybody to get their phone and look up what it takes to make broccoli right now. And I swear all it's going to say is boil water. And so, they were kind of all just laughing about that. And it seemed like she was taking that personally, but I mean, like, that was a good joke. Like, that wasn't anything to be taken, personally. He's not talking about how you look, whatever, just broccoli, girl, like, come on, And so he just started roasting her about how easy it is to prepare broccoli. And then he even went on to joke that, oh, and what's your next one? Like, I make a really good corn. I get that out the can and I put some water on it, and then I throw some Zatarans on there. They not even expecting that, So like he just was roasting her about cooking easy food, and from there, this is where I felt like she started it, because from there he's roasting her. He's making jokes. That wasn't even roasting. He's making jokes about how you're talking about cooking simple shit for your kids, and then she says something along the lines of, because he said, that she can make some really good, you're good at making corn. And she says, well, what you're good at is telling us about what goes on in jail. So in my mind, that's when the first hit below the belt came. And now Katt had already mentioned that he kind of got his own self in that interview, because earlier in the interview he said, I don't have a lot to be proud of. I have 19 felonies on my record, and so, but I think that he said that maybe he was proud of his children or something, having protected his children's image this whole time that he's been a comedian for 19 years. So he said, yeah, I don't have a lot to be proud of. I've been in and out of jail, like my whole life, 19 convictions. And so she brings that up. And I don't know why she decided to go there. So they go from joking about her making broccoli and corn to her saying, you're good at telling us what happens in jail. So, in my opinion, she threw the first punch below the belt. But when I tell you that he turned every last one of her jokes around on her, he said, yeah, I'm good at telling you what's going on in jail, and I'm good at getting out of jail so that I can tell you what's going on in jail. And I'm going to tell you from a stadium, not some small nightclub like where you work. And then she joked that he needs to hurry up and get to a salon because she's like, because your hair is kind of, and it's like, okay, where's the punchline? I mean, like, cause, okay, for people who know Katt Williams, he has like long hair for a man. It's natural, but he kind of wears it back like in a ponytail most of the time. It looks like just some old 70s pimp shit or whatever. But so he just roasted her on, I stay in jail, but I stay getting out of jail, and then when I get out, I'm going to a huge ass theater to tell you about, an arena, to tell you about something. You are in a little smoke filled cafe where people have a 2-drink minimum and ordering chicken wings, to hear what you have to say. And so, like I said, her comeback was, well, you need to hurry up and get to a salon because that hair is kind of and so I'm like, it's kind of what? Like I'm waiting on her punchline that never came. And so he finished it for her. He said, my hair is what? My hair is 19 inches long. Come run one of your gnarled fingers through it. I was like, oh, girl, why did you start? Why did you start with him? And yeah, like his hair, it might be nappy, but it's long, it's real, which is more than she can say for herself. Hey, Words Hard, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you coming in for however long you can. And Wanda's hair apparently is not that long, and the hair that she had on that interview certainly was not real. So he accused her of having a wig and headphone set. Thank you for the like. And he asked her if she bought her wig and headphone together. He said, did that wig and those headphones come together? Like she purchased a wig and headphone set from Target or something. And the whole studio was just laughing at his jokes, including her co-host who she works with every day. And she just didn't have any good comeback. None at all. It was like a 6-year-old battling a seasoned adult. How kids just say stupid things like, so your shirt is ugly. Like it was literally that bad. Like her comeback was like, so you have a pimple on your nose. She may as well have been saying stuff like that because her comebacks weren't landing. They weren't hitting on shit. And so literally, after he talked about her hair and the wig and headphone set, which was hilarious, she came back with, get out of here with those old clothes. And so he opens up his jacket to reveal a Versace label. And so, and when he opened it, the other guys were like, oh, he got on Versace, and her clothes, they look kind of cheap. And so he's like, okay, you're going to be talking about my clothes. He said, but you sitting here looking like you wearing something from the Black Lane Bryant. And I'm like, oh, he got you again, girl. Like, just be quiet. Just stop. Just don't say it. Just laugh it off and pretend like you're not embarrassed. Katt, you crazy. Get your crazy ass out of here. That's what I would have done at like 2 jokes ago. I would have done that. I'm like, oh shit, I see him out of my league. Let me just laugh and pretend like, oh, you crazy. And then I'll go cry in the car after I leave work. But no, she wanted to keep going. She kept going. She just kept going. She said she kept calling him an inmate. Get out of here, you inmate. Get out of here. And so then, when he's starting to say something, she's talking over him. She's telling him, hey, how are you doing, Funday? Oh, you call me a PYT, pretty young babe. Okay, anyway. So he says, she's telling him to calm down, and she's like, calm down. She's trying to talk over him so he can't get another joke out. And he told her, somebody who can't keep their own blood pressure down can't tell me to calm down. You can't help me calm down. And he said something about, if your cholesterol is above 600, you can't say nothing about me. And so then she's just like, whatever. And I was just like, please, girl, just stop now. Like, he's got you. Like, don't say another word. Just laugh it off. Katt, boy, you crazy. You got me, boy. Now get on out of here. I'll see you Saturday. Like I said, that's what I would have done at this point 4 jokes ago. If it were me in her seat. Because I'm like, he's got the best of me now. So let me just sit here and shut the fuck up. Is what I would have done. But no, not her. She continued on. Then she called him Lil Mama. Okay, Lil Mama, okay. Which some perceived as homophobic or coming for his manhood. But he even took that and turned it around. He's like, no, I'm not Lil Mama. I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy. It was just like, just everything that she said was just rolling off of him like water off a duck's back. It didn't care, it didn't hurt him, because everything that she was saying was stupid. Like I said, it was like a little 6-year-old kid trying to come up with an insult for a 40-year seasoned veteran comedian. That's what it was like. It was an unfair fight. I mean, I was waiting on her to say something like, so, like, that shade of blue on your jacket looks stupid. Like, that's literally how bad her comebacks were. And he told her, After she called him Lil Mama, he says, you probably shouldn't be talking about sizes because you even big on the radio. And I'm just like, like he went there. Because like he wasn't going to go there, but she wouldn't stop. Like, okay, when you come from my manhood, like now, yeah, I gotta hit you with whatever I got, you know. And so yeah, I'm gonna talk about your looks now. You know, I was literally just laughing about you making broccoli, and you had to take it to me being in prison, which I mean, he already spilled his own tea about that. I mean, not prison, but jail. He already said, yeah, I've been in jail 19 times. What? I don't have anything to be proud about, you know. And so then she starts saying, hey girl, still coming for his manhood. And then, you know, after he said she was big, she was like, yeah, and you're big too, in prison. And so he corrected her. He says, no, I've never been to prison. I've been to jail, only jail, and there is a difference. 19 convictions, 19 felonies, no convictions. I've been to jail. And then he told her that only one of us is wearing $12 worth of jewelry. And her jewelry she had on this little choker with a little ribbon on the back. I mean, her jewelry looked cheap, you know. It's just some little costume jewelry. And so then he did a quick commercial for her jewelry for the radio audience, telling them that if they go to their local Citgo gas station or Quick Trip gas station, that they can get every piece of jewelry that Wanda is wearing for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash. I'm like, oh my god, the studio was in there just laughing so hard. Everybody, the other comedian who was there, the one who actually was supposed to have been interviewed, he was there with just his his laugh was crazy. Frank was going off laughing. They're just laughing there. Everybody's in there laughing at her. You see, if you look at the video, you see everybody, the people behind the glass, everybody's just laughing at Wanda getting roasted. And then she told someone, she said somebody's name, I guess somebody who was in the studio. I'll just throw out Val, come and get Miss Katt, and do her hair. Still trying to come for the manhood. Now we're just going to call him Miss Katt. And he said that she was out of breath, even on the radio. Like, girl, you're not even doing anything physical. You're sitting down here in this chair and you're out of breath. You know, he just like, you know, and she was just dead. And I was embarrassed for her. All she could do was call him Lil Mama again. And mind you, when the roasting was going on, before it got heavy, they were already supposed to be on their way into a commercial break. But Wanda didn't want to give it up, and her co-host and everyone else was just enjoying laughing at her. So her own unprofessionalism is what bit her in the ass. So let me see what y'all are saying about this, because the story's not over. There's still two more parts to this. So let me see what y'all are saying as of now, and we'll keep talking. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta wait for this to catch up. Hold up. Okay, I'm waiting for the comments to scroll down to where we are right now, because there's some old stuff right here. Give me a second, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm waiting on it to get where. I'm so behind on these comments. I hate this. American Copperhead said, yes, she elevated that. She did. It didn't have to be anything like that. It didn't have to go there. He's talking about you making broccoli, girl, and you can just laugh that off. I mean, what happened? Yeah, you know, you're right. Broccoli is easy. Well, let me tell you what else I make. You know, like, but you got in your feelings because he said that broccoli was easy to make. So now, because you couldn't accept that as a comedian, and that's why I'm saying she's a self-proclaimed comedian. I did not know her to be a comedian, and I still doubt that she is one. Since she couldn't take a small joke like that, having someone talk about you making broccoli, hurt your feelings so badly that you had to talk about him being in prison. So now he's coming for your ass for being fat. He's coming for you for not having any hair. He said your fingers are gnarled. He talking about your wig. Girl, like, you really should have let it go. Let's see, I agree with Katt, but I don't like how he put all the brothers down. Yeah, and people, like I said, this isn't even about, what I'm reporting about on isn't even about what he said, because I've only known Katt Williams to speak the truth as he sees it, and so I don't really have an opinion. I don't really like when people who do the same thing speak on each other. Like I shouldn't be on here talking about how other YouTubers do their channel. Like, oh, she did this and she did that. Like just in general, I don't like that. But like I said, that for me wasn't even what the story. I didn't care about anything that he said in that interview by anybody. It was the roasting of Wanda that was the star of that interview. And American Copperhead said, yeah, she really should have let it go. Chevy Powerbox says, I saw a lot of videos of Katt going off on people. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's like his thing. Wolverine says Katt can be ruthless when provoked. Yep. It probably can be ruthless without being provoked, but I don't think that he would have gone there with that woman if she hadn't started it. And I don't think that he came in the studio with the intention of, ooh, let me talk about this, fat, bald-headed woman today. I'm gonna make her feel bad. No, he was having a civil conversation with her, asking her things about her kids, and she got so upset about her easy baked broccoli that she had to talk about him being in jail. Kiddo says Katt was so funny. Katt he was hilarious. Oh my gosh, and I, like I said, I'm not even really a fan of his stand-up comedy, but that interview, I'm a fan of that. Like, I'll watch that again after my live stream goes off. That shit was hilarious. Katt, don't hurt them. Wolverine says. Animation says, oh, she tried to guilt shame her co-host for not trying. Yes, we're gonna get into that. Animation's gnarled fingers. What do they look like? I didn't even pay attention to what her fingers look like, and they're probably not gnarled, but it sure is funny to hear somebody say that. Real comedians have hard upbringings. They make people laugh because they went through pain themselves. That is the truth. That is so true, Wolverine. Let's see here. He wouldn't have. I've only seen him get vicious like that when someone is antagonizing him. Yeah, I don't think that there's nothing in me that makes me believe that he was just going to come for her out of nowhere. American Copperhead, let's see. American Copperhead says also, I don't know, I can cook some good dishes, but broccoli can be a little tricky. Oh, hey, Deborah. Okay, Deborah watched Happily Ever After. Okay, and I did review that just in case. If you all watched that Netflix movie, Happily Ever After, I did review it. So if y'all want to see a review and get in on the discussion, I talked about a few more things outside of the movie because there were just some real life things that went on there. So I wanted to get a discussion going. Let's see here. Thank you for coming in, Deborah. I do appreciate it. I like having you in here. Let's see here. American Copperhead trying to have one back to say that broccoli can be a little bit tricky. One was like, where were you when I was interviewing Katt? Why didn't you call in and tell him that? Let's see here. She played herself in the movie. She tends to play a character. She tends to play a caricature of a buffoon. Tiffany is loud and plays a good clown. Yeah, that's how I feel about Tiffany Haddish on everything. She's just like a big coon. I hate to say it, but I don't like the roles that she chooses. I didn't know that Katt adopted a lot of children. I know that he said that he had 7 total. I didn't know that any of them were adopted. LOL, why she do that? She wasn't ready. I don't know what she was thinking, American Copperhead. She was not ready. Animations Real says she got toasted. Right Up Boy says she's not funny at all. I don't know if you're talking about Wanda or Tiffany Haddish. The Heart Haddish interview was lit. I don't think Katt is hating on them. I do think he missed his opportunity. If you're talking about the Hart Haddish interview on the Breakfast Club animations, you know I don't support the Breakfast Club at all. My thing is, if Tiffany and Katt Williams said that it was over on Emmy's night, I don't know why she would go to the Breakfast Club and keep speaking on it. And I feel like Kevin Hart just wants to hop his little stupid ass in anything that he can. Like, I guess so we'll forget that he cheated on his rib. Like Kevin, there's some shit that I want to hear Kevin Hart say. He seems so disingenuous to me, and I think that he just wants to be seen as a good guy so badly. So he had to jump in and come to her defense or whatever. But I cannot stand listening to Kevin Hart. He annoys the fuck out of me, and he hasn't been funny since his first stand-up routine. Like, okay, we get it, you're short. What else do you have? Like, anyway, let's see here. Katt Williams is so crazy. He has zero chill. Yeah, he had zero chill on that day. Wanda kept persuading Katt to come on the show. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm about to get, like I said, there's 2 more parts to this. I don't even know who that is. I guess that you're saying you don't know who Wanda is, because other than her being this radio host, I don't know who she is. Wanda, Kiddo says Wanda was not a comedian on that day. She surely was not. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, I gotta get to Deborah's comments too. I miss Bernie Mac for real. That dude was so damn funny. Yes, he was so funny. And y'all know before him, it was Robin. Y'all, okay, help me think of his name. The comedian Robin someone, the one who played Pops in the movies with Kid and Play. What was that shit? House Party. Robin, was it Cook? Robin somebody. I can't believe I forgot his name because I loved him as a comedian. He was Robin Harris. Thank you. Robin Harris. For me, before there was Bernie Mac, Robin Harris was Bernie Mac before there was Bernie Mac. I mean, their styles are so similar, and I hate that they both, in my opinion, died way too soon. That man was so god darn funny to me. Oh my god. If you're not familiar with him and you love Bernie Mac, check him out. That man, oh god, great stand-up, great, even a good actor too. Yes, this was so funny. He was right about most of the things he said. Yeah, I mean, Katt, even though I've never really been a big fan of his stand-up, he seems to be a truth teller when he, does an interview. Katt's one of the funniest people I've ever heard. Yeah, David says that Katt's one of the funniest people he's ever heard. And Wolverine says Katt Williams is hilarious. He was on that day, like I said. She was not ready, y'all. Back on topic. Wanda walked right into Katt and should have known better. That's what Deborah says. Deborah also says, I was over Tiffany. It was the Breakfast Club that was still on one. I was over for Tiffany. It was the Breakfast Club that was... Okay. They should say it. That should say it was over Tiffany. Okay, got you. So Tiffany was done with it, but the Breakfast Club wanted to keep going and I guess create more drama is what Deborah's saying. So I'm glad that I didn't. I hate the Breakfast Club. I really do. I don't watch their stuff on YouTube. If somebody posts a clip of something on Twitter or whatever, I'll watch it if it's something that I think is gonna be worth talking about on this live stream or something. But I don't like them at all. They got their noses so far up Cardi B's ass. It's ridiculous. They're so biased about shit. It's just they're full of shit, and I think that they're hypocrites over there, and they keep a lot of shit going. Let's see. Robin Harris was the Bebe Kids one, but I think my favorite Robin Harris joke was the one about the piccolo player. So let me go in and get to the rest of this. So after she got her ass thoroughly roasted, then that interview, I believe, was on a Friday. And then, like we said, Katt Williams and Red Grant were there to promote a show that they were doing the very next day at the Atlanta whatever Civic Theater, whatever theater in Atlanta, and she hosts a lot of those comedy shows, and she was going to be hosting that show the next day. So she was going to see him the very next day. So, like I said, the show that Katt Williams and Red Grant were there promoting, Wanda Smith was hosting the very next day. So they saw each other again very shortly after this interview went awry. And it was at the Atlanta Comedy Theater, right? Same show that they were just promoting on that interview. And Wanda had her husband with her, and he allegedly, I must say, pointed a gun at Katt Williams. And there's some video of the alleged incident that's been going around, but from what I see in that incident, I can't see a gun. But what I do see is I see Wanda's husband, I think she said his name is Lamoris, whatever. I see him approach Katt Williams, and I do see Katt Williams running, like he's taking off running in the opposite direction. Some people are saying that Wanda's husband pointed a gun at Katt Williams. Wanda's husband is saying that he dropped his gun. And I'm saying, if he dropped his gun, did you drop it because you were taking it out to use it? Like, why are you dropping it? Why are you taking it out in the first place? Why is your gun in a situation where it can be dropped to begin with? So that happened. Whatever that is that happened. So okay, well, so Wolverine, did you see that, or is that just something that you've heard? Because I could not make out what happened in that video. But even let's say he lifted his shirt to show Katt the gun, then what? So his stomach, he just breathed real hard, and his stomach just pushed the gun out of his pants. Like this, I don't know what the, I don't get it. I don't get what happened. So so Animation Real said he showed it. Wolverine and Animation Real, if y'all saw what happened, or if y'all had some kind of first-hand information, explain to me what he did that his gun dropped. Like, did he take it out to show it, or did he have it like right here and he lifted up his shirt and like his stomach was just so fat he exhaled and then the gun came out? Eating too much of Wanda's good broccoli. I don't know. So anyway, that's not where the story ends either, though. So she took to the airwaves at B103 to play the victim on Monday. After the whole weekend was over, they set aside B103, meaning they set aside a whole 45-minute segment of their broadcast to discuss what happened on Friday and how badly Katt Williams treated her. Only, this segment, y'all, it was very similar to what radio stations do the day after a major tragedy happens in the nation, or like when there's a huge celebrity death. I mean, like the whole tone of the show, like, okay, let's turn down the music. We're going to cut out the music for today. We just have to have a serious discussion. It was like the tone that a lot of radio stations took the day after 9/11 happened here. Or like the tone I'm sure a lot of R&B stations took the day after Aretha Franklin died. Like let's or Michael Jackson, like let's discuss this. I mean, like, this was a huge person to us. Like, how they get all serious and shit. That's what they were doing with this. And so, I mean, the only thing that died, I guess, was Wanda's career as a comedian. But they were treating this like somebody or some people had died. So let's just get real serious. Let's just get real quiet. And we're not going to play any music. We have to address the elephant in the room. Why did Frank say that? We got to address the elephant in the room, because the first thing that popped in my head was, in my Katt Williams voice, the elephant in the room is Wanda. So anyway, they said, okay, we can't go on, like Friday didn't happen, so we gotta talk about this. Let me get my water. Being evil. So they set aside this time to talk, and first Wanda talked about how the other comedian, Red Grant, was the only scheduled guest that day, and that Katt Williams was in the green room, and I wanted to get him on the air. So I went in there and I invited him to come into the studio, and he said no, he didn't want to go, but I insisted because it was Katt Williams, and this was my first time meeting him, and I was just, so in awe, and I respect him so much, so I just wanted him to come on. I bet she wishes that she hadn't done that now. That was mistake number one. So then she started talking about how people were saying her comebacks were weak. And, she saw online, and she, by the way, she turned off her Instagram comments over the weekend because people were coming on her Instagram and telling her how lame she was. And so she said, and then everybody's telling me, who Wanda, that's all you could come with, why'd you say all this stuff? That was so weak. And she said that it was out of the respect that she had for Katt Williams that she just couldn't come at him like that. Because trust me, I have a mouth on me. That's what she said. Whatever, girl, you tried to come at him and nothing worked. Don't act like you were just above it all. That's what she's trying to act like on Monday. It was just she had too much respect for Katt Williams to come at him and like really hit him where she could have hit him. Bitch, she sat there and called him a woman more than once. Like, no, you were trying to come for him. It just wasn't landing for you, boo-boo. You're not going to come on here and play us like, you just had so much respect for Katt Williams that, you decided to just let him roast the fuck out of you, but you didn't want to say anything because you respect him so much. Girl, please. And then she said, the other reason that her comebacks were so weak was because on that day, on Friday, she was planning to leave the studio and to do the Lord's work and go and visit a woman's shelter after that interview. So her mind wasn't on dissing anybody. It was on seeing these women. And she holds up a folder with the woman's shelter logo on it. See, this is what was on my mind on Friday, because I was going to see these women, and it was so important. Bitch, why do you have props on Monday? Why do you, if you were going to visit the women's shelter on Friday, why do you have their folder with you on Monday? I mean, I know that we know that these shows are recorded, but why do you need props to explain to your radio audience? Girl, bye. So, anyway, so that was the other reason that she didn't have any good comebacks, because her mind was on the Lord's work. Her mind was on doing good things. And so she wasn't thinking about this attack that came from Satan, on that day. So she couldn't even put her mind to say horrible things about Katt Williams on that day, even though she came for his manhood and called him out for being in prison, which was wrong. So whatever. And then she started saying that another reason that her comebacks were so, this wasn't about her comebacks, but it was just that her co-host, Frank Ski, as the man in control in the room, he should have taken control of the situation. Now, mind you, we already said that when this was going on, they were going into a commercial break before the roasting got way out of hand. And I know in my watching that situation happen, and I watched it at least twice, that at least 2 times Frank interrupted and said, okay, let's go on and go to a break. Okay, come on, let's go on and take it to a break now. But Wanda kept on going back and forth with Katt Williams. If you go back and you look at that, if you haven't seen it for yourself already, you go back and look at that interview, you will hear at least twice that Frank Ski tried to stop what was going on between the two of them and say, hey, all right, let's cut to this commercial break. He tried. And so on Monday, though, it was his fault that, that in Wanda's words, you saw us going at it. You could have taken control of the situation and been like, because we were like 2 kids, and just said, hey, calm the kids down and take us to a commercial break. So, like I said, he tried to do that, and she kept going back and forth with him. And she herself also could have cut Katt Williams off and just been like, while he was coming at her, asking about her headphones and wig being purchased in a set, she could have just said, boy, you crazy. Let's go on and get to a commercial break, y'all. Because she's a co-host. She has as much control of that room as Frank does. And thankfully, Frank defended himself in the situation, and he said on that broadcast on Monday, when she told him that he should have stepped in, he said, I actually did try to get to a commercial break a few times, but you kept on going. You kept on going. And Frank also let her know that her husband was out of line for calling him to tell him that he should have stopped the situation. And he says, if something's going on between you and I, or between me and someone else, on this radio show, and my wife expects for you to jump in, my wife would be completely out of line to call the station and say, Wanda, why didn't you do something to stop it? Your husband has no business going on with what happens here. So he was out of line. And so because her husband called to address Frank, her co-host, I do tend to believe that he probably also did try to pull a gun on Katt. Like, I guess he's so worked up about trying to defend his wife's broccoli that he feels like he needs to bust a cap in somebody's ass, for talking about her broccoli. So, Frank also said that according to what he saw on Friday, it was just two comedians going back and forth at each other, and it was funny. And so he thought that maybe stepping in too soon or whatever would be breaking up, like, just comedians doing what they do, since she claims to be a professional comedian, right? But after she got roasted and dragged all over social media, then Monday, she was just, this little helpless woman who needed someone to rescue her from 84-pound Katt Williams, right? And so they were talking about the situation, and then the radio station took calls, so people could call in and say whatever it was that they wanted to say about what they saw, about the situation, what they heard. And a couple of people took her side. The first two calls that I heard, I think it was a woman calling and saying that Katt Williams was completely out of line, and I think she was like one of those religious nuts. I think she was saying like this was an attack from Satan, girl, and all this whatever. And then some man called saying that, also agreeing with Wanda, and I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, because he was saying something else about Katt Williams not understanding how things work with social media today. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. But anyway, he was also defending Wanda. And then other people, it seems like most other people called to say that they did not agree with her. And the first woman who called, she was like, I'm sorry, but I got to say this, Frank. She said it as if Wanda wasn't in the studio. I felt like she started that. She's the one who, hit below the belt. And so now she can't be upset, because he got the best of her. She was saying things like that. And that's what a lot of the comments were along those lines. And I was surprised that I even heard two people call into the station to agree with her. Now, on their YouTube, where the complete video is shown of her getting roasted, I don't recall seeing any, and I could be wrong, but out of the comments that I read, I don't recall seeing any comments siding with Wanda. People were going in on her in that comment section on the video of the roasting and the video of the Monday after. And she was also asked on Monday at the station to address what happened on Saturday night at the comedy club. And she really was only able to talk about what happened when she first got there. I think that she said that Katt Williams came up to her and told her that that interview was going to go viral. Yeah, I guess because of how he was roasting her, but he just said, yeah, you're going to go viral because you had me on the show. But as far as her husband pulling the gun on Katt Williams, she said that she couldn't get into that because it's an official legal matter. And I do believe that Katt Williams filed charges, so I don't think that either one of them could talk about it, because I think that even TMZ was trying to get a word out of Katt Williams about it, and he just had to walk away and decline. So, but I will say this: if what has been alleged about her husband is true, and he did pull a gun on Katt Williams because Katt Williams was roasting her about making broccoli and wearing cheap jewelry and wearing a bad wig, her husband needs to be in jail. and she needs to lose her job at that radio station. That's what I believe, if that really did happen. She claims to be a comedian and was really trying to dish it out to Katt Williams, regardless of what she says. She has all these excuses about why she wasn't able to get good jokes, but you got some jokes out there. They were just horrible. They just weren't funny. Um, so regardless, of all that, she was trying to dish it out to him. But when it came to taking it, she just couldn't take it. She couldn't take it when it came back to her. And that's even what some of the callers were saying. They were saying that she's roasted a lot of people who she's interviewed on their radio show before, and it just so happened that this time Katt Williams got the best of her. She usually gets the best of the people who she brings on there to interview, but now she wants to cry about it. Girl, bye. We don't care. We don't have time for your, salty broccoli tears. So that was that. This will be interesting to see what happens after this police investigation. I think that she should not have a job at that radio station for sure. After all of this, and I think that she really does need to quit claiming the title of comedian if you can't take being roasted about your broccoli being easy to prepare. Are you kidding me? Let me see here. What are y'all saying? I'm trying to see what your comments are now. Getting back to your comments. I got a ways to go. But yeah, y'all, like a whole saga over all this nonsense because this girl was sensitive about somebody saying that broccoli is easy to cook. That's why this all started. She was not the right one. Katt was just too much. If her mind was on good things, you would have never called him a woman. Thank you, Deborah. Exactly. Seriously. Yeah, trying to act like, she was just so holy, and concerned about God's work that she just, wasn't in the frame of mind to be roasting anyone. Girl, you tried it. You just weren't successful. Never heard of her until this. Yeah, and that's another thing. B103 needs to thank Katt Williams for coming up there because I don't think that any of their videos on YouTube have the amount of views that this Katt Williams roast has. When I checked last night, it was over 3.1 million views. I don't think that any of their videos have anything close to this number of views. So they should thank her for getting Katt Williams to give them some exposure and fire her is what I think the station should do. So Wanda has something against Katt. I mean, Wanda said she'd never met Katt. That was her first time meeting him. She probably has something against him now because he roasted her and had her looking like a damn fool. But to the best of my knowledge, she didn't have any opinion about him one way or another other than, she thought he was a great comedian. But yeah, she probably got something against him now. Wolverine. Let's see. Yes, animations. I thought that Frank's response was perfect, and I'm so glad that he defended himself and did not sit there and just let her play the victim. And yeah, you're right. I should have. No, bitch, I tried. I tried to say let's go to a commercial break, but you wanted to keep saying, "Oh, okay, sis. Okay, girl. All right, little mama." That's what you were doing while he was trying to go to commercial break. Kiddo says, well, it was a funeral for Wanda. Yeah, exactly, y'all. I'm telling, like, if y'all watch the video from the Monday after that roast, you'll see, like, just the whole tone. It doesn't even seem like it's a radio show. It seems like it's some important news show, like, in a very special broadcast. Let us report to you this. It was like the day after JFK was shot or something. Like, oh, well. Why was he carrying a gun in the first place? Exactly. You go into a comedy club? Why are you carrying a gun to a comedy club? Please. Exactly, my kiddo. Why was he? Did the gun drop? Did the gun drop out? If it did, CCTV didn't catch it. I never saw the gun. People are saying that, like I said, I've only heard that there's footage of him pointing a gun. I never saw the gun. I never saw him pointing the gun. I never saw the gun dropping. I saw him approach Katt Williams, and I saw Katt Williams run away. That's all that I saw. I didn't see the gun. So I'm not sure, Wolverine. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, American Copperhead. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's it, y'all. That's all that I have. Okay, Wolverine, did you want me to talk about Beyonce? Now this was a story that I saw. I saw it. I didn't think to talk about it because I really don't like doing a lot of talk about Beyonce or the Kardashians. They both like just annoy me. Ouch! Hi, Rocco. Ow, baby, you're hurting mommy. I don't want no kisses. I don't ever want no kisses. I'll give you a kiss, but I don't want no kisses from you. Okay? You want a treat? You want a treat? You gotta go to your bed. I'll give you a treat if you go to your bed. Okay. See, I don't even have to push him. He'll get down for that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we gotta go get Daddy. Take us get some more treats. We're almost out. We're almost out of our treats. Oh, it'll be a travesty. Okay. Oh, why did I tear that in half? Oh well. Go to your bed. Sammy peeked her head up for that. She's been laying down this whole time. You smell your treat? That's your bacon treat. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. So Wolverine scratched this Beyonce story. Like I said, I saw the story and I was actually glad to see the comment section because I'm so used to people just standing for Beyonce, like she can do no wrong and da da da. So anyway, there was a story that came out that her ex drummer, I don't remember the young lady's name, has filed or tried to get a restraining order against Beyonce because she says that Beyonce was practicing extreme witchcraft against her, and somehow in the witchcraft that she was using, was able to rape her. And I've been hearing so many stories about Beyonce being involved in black magic and dark magic and all this other shit, and that it doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't know, if it's real. This is what she says. But I was so glad to see the comment section that people were at least willing to consider it, and it weren't just like it wasn't the usual stuff that I see. Like when anyone says anything about Beyonce, you just see a bunch of beehive people. Don't come for the queen. Don't this is I hate seeing that kind of shit. I hate when people like just worship celebrities. I hate it. And so I don't know, you guys. I mean, it wasn't like she was asking for money. She just wanted a restraining order. So I kind of tend to think that something might have happened. I don't put anything, y'all. Hollywood is a crazy place. And it does seem like the higher you get, the more maybe you are selling your soul or dealing with really dark spirits. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. And animation says that she do look like she's possessed sometimes. She does sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. Like, are they really working hand in hand with Satan? I mean, nothing would surprise me. Nothing would surprise me. But I was glad to see that people were at least willing to consider that it might be true. Like, the comment section wasn't just full of a bunch of Beyonce robots who saying, oh, she can never do anything wrong. This bitch is just hating. Like, that's the kind of stuff. Anytime that anyone says anything about Beyonce, they're just hating and they're stupid. And Beyonce is the queen. Boom, and that's it. And so, um, I don't know. I mean, for her to come out with this, hey, I want to say Rowdy Chica, but it's Raw Chica Conyers. Thank you for coming in now. We're about done, but yeah, I would say that it could be true. I don't know. What do y'all think about it? I mean, I don't have any facts one way or another. This is what she's saying, allegedly happened, but I don't know. What do y'all think? Um, what do y'all think? Is there anything else that happened that y'all want to talk about? Let's see. I'm not sure about the black magic. If it was just about her stealing song, then I could totally believe that. I know that's real. I mean, um, and yeah, I kind of feel like that's what happened with Anne Marie. Yeah, cause yeah, and I always think about Anne Marie when I see you, Deborah, because I know you're in that D.C., Maryland area and everything, and I associate her with that go-go sound. And Beyonce just stole that from her, stole her producers, and stole her sound. And then she became the thing. And I would love to have seen Anne-Marie become, as big of as a Beyonce, or, at least someone who could compete with her. But yeah, song stealer, beat stealer. Yeah, that stuff is certainly believable. And we hear those things all the time too. Let me see how many treats y'all have left. Go tell your daddy to get you some more treats. They're looking at me. Go tell daddy to get you some more treats. Let's see. Kimberly Thompson is her name. That's the drummer's name. My kiddo, thank you. So yeah, do y'all have something that y'all want me to talk about? If not, I'll go on and cut it off. I'm going to cut it off now. Or we can shoot the shit and get to 2 hours even. We're at an hour and 45 minutes right now. So if y'all have some things that y'all want to discuss, I'll read the comments. Or if y'all want to end it, I'll cut it off. Y'all let me know. I'm just watching the comments to see what y'all want to do. Oh, I know. Hold on. What's today's date? Animation's real. We need to get together and talk about doing a fundraiser for your charity. Would y'all be interested in doing that? Like, just come in and like donating $1 to Animation's Real charity, or buying some T-shirts from him for his charity. I have a video up about that because he sent me some T-shirts. Of course, when we do that, I'll be wearing one of his T-shirts, and we can try to get that done. Maybe like I'll go a few hours one day and just see what we can do. I think it's a good cause, raising money for kids' sports programs. Mm. We need to put that together. Let's see here. What else? What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying? I don't have a lot of comments coming in, so I think I'll go on and end the stream. Unless y'all say something else. I appreciate y'all for coming in. I have enjoyed this live stream. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking about roasting the roasting of Wanda. Like that's sad. That was the main story that really came out this week. It wasn't a whole lot that happened. We did have the one mass shooting to talk about, but and I guess that's a slow week in America for mass shootings. How sad is that? But I can't think of anything that we just need to go over before we leave. Here, hold on. I hear Uno's music playing in the background. Are there other things that you all want me to do on my channel? That's something good for me to ask. Here, since I didn't have poetry, she always does it. Let me drop my PayPal for y'all. If y'all want to give me all your money, give me all of your money. I got a black spell from Beyonce to take all of my subscribers' money from them. Give me all of your money into my PayPal account, or else. Oh Lord. Okay, so yeah, that's that. I guess I could sing if y'all want me to sing. Or tell me what you want me to do on my channel. I'll just go straight to 2 hours and then I'll cut this stream. Again, thank you all for coming in here. I hope that y'all were able to get some support for your channels. Those of you who have channels, I hope y'all were able to get some support for your channels out of this stream. That's something that I always hope is a thing with my live stream. I have added some things to the schedule. So Tuesdays is the tested day. We started that last week. That is definitely the day where I will test a product. And look up Marina Abramovic. She supposedly deals with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay, I will look her up. My kiddo, thank you. Hold up. I'll write that down. Okay. I'm sure I'm probably butchering that last name. Okay, thank you. I'll look into that. What else? Wednesday is now the workout day where I do my keep it simple, sexy workouts. And so we had that premiere this past week also. I just did a plank, and then me and these curls has requested some calf exercises for after that, and then a view from Tracy's Point has a request in for that, and so does My Twisted Light TV with poetry. So I have a few weeks worth of things to do for that now lined up. I always love getting suggestions from you all. Thursdays is my another new feature, the Real House Dolls of Texas. So if you haven't seen that already, then go and check that out. It's just kind of me having some fun playing with dolls, but these dolls are full of drama. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, then please check that out. And all of these are short features, so I'm not trying to take up too much of your time. I got to come up with a feature for Friday, and I know that I need to incorporate the game IDGAF back into the schedule. So what do y'all think about me doing that on either Monday or Wednesday or Friday or Saturday? Tell me what do y'all think would be a good day for me to live stream our game where we give away the hotel stay and do the YouTube scavenger hunt. I'm still trying to work that back into it. But I know that I want to do it live, but I don't want to cut into what we do here on Sunday Funday because I noticed that like and maybe like once my channel grows to the point where maybe we have at least 30 people every time I live stream, then that will be enough to keep the audience. But it seems like if it's a lot of people, then it's fun and like everybody stays. But it seems like when it's just a few people, like maybe 12 or so, that people drop off when we're playing the game. And so I don't want to lose too many people. I think that once my audience grows, I will incorporate that back into Sunday Funday. But for now, I still want to play the game and I still want to do the giveaway, but I want to have that be a separate thing in and of itself. So that could probably be like a short little, how long does that game take us? About 15, 20 minutes? Maybe if I'm going to do it as a separate game, I could add more questions, maybe do 10 questions instead of 7. I don't know. I'm open to y'all suggestions. Oh, hold up. Marina is allegedly a witch. She is 70 but looks 30. Well, damn. Are you sure she's a witch, or maybe she's just a vegan and living a good, healthy lifestyle? No, I'm curious though. I'm curious to know about it. Now I don't want to be a witch, but I do want to look. I would love to look 30 when I turn 70. Hi Nelly, how are you doing? We're about to sign out. We've been at it for almost 2 hours. I'm gonna go to 2 hours straight. We're at an hour and 52 minutes now. So please feel free to come in anytime you're in this live stream and promote your channel. You can support other channels and you might get some support back. I'm big on YouTubers supporting other YouTubers. I'm doing great. How are you? And uh, I appreciate you all just for coming here and watching my channel. I finally, made monetization eligibility status a few weeks ago, and I applied for it last week, I think, or maybe it was the week before. I don't know. And so it'll probably take, they said, a month or so. And I'm looking, the people who I've known who've been monetized recently, they it took them like 2 to 3 months. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for coming in and viewing and just hanging out with me whenever you do, whether it's a live stream or an upload. I don't care, because that helped me get to where I need to be so that I can get monetized again. I appreciate it. So thank you all. Thank you all for coming in here. I've had some fun on this live stream. I always do, on my Sunday fun days. And but I'm trying to get like a schedule so that something is happening every day of the week. You can come to this channel for a specific thing every day of the week. So right now, Sunday Fun Day, of course, that's been going on for months. I don't have anything lined up for Monday, and that's why I was thinking about maybe doing the game on Monday. Tuesday is testing it days. Hey everybody, Rothbile Scrapper. Is it Rothbile? Am I saying it correctly? Hello everyone, finally finished with my shrooms. Hoping to get that done before midnight. By get late 3 minutes. Wait, what? Hold up now. I didn't get that last part of that. But I know that you've got like mushrooms all over the place. What are you doing with them? And I'm only going to be on for about another 6 minutes, Rafael. So please feel free if y'all are just coming in here. You got channels, promote your channels. Support other channels. Let people know you're supporting them. You might get some support back. I am big anytime. Oh, are you serious? Eating them? How many are you eating? So my dog. I gotta get them some more treats. We're almost out of treats. Oh goodness, why did I pick up the bag? He heard me. We're almost out. My dogs need treats. Last time a lot. Okay, we're gonna ask Daddy to take us to get some more treats. Y'all almost out. Ooh. Y'all donate to my PayPal so my babies can get some more treats. No, I'm just kidding. Here. You gotta get in your bed. Bye, kiddo. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you for coming in and moderating. Get in your bed. Get in your bed. Good boy. Sammy first. Ladies first. Oops. There. Okay. What else? Okay, so Tuesday we're testing products. We started that last week, and we tested the Quest bar. My review is up for that. I was not a fan of it. The Quest protein bar. It was the cookie dough flavored bar. That did not get a positive review from me. What else? On Wednesday is the workout day, so we just are going over. It's the keep it simple, sexy workout videos, and they're gonna just focus on either one body part or one exercise. The first one that I did was like 3 minutes and 26 seconds, I believe. So those I want to keep those short. Thursday is the Real House Dolls of Texas. It's basically me playing with dolls, but the dolls are full of drama. So if you want to see the first episode of that, that's up on my channel now. And I gotta come up with a feature for Fridays, which that could also be the game. IDGAF could go in Monday or Friday or Saturday or even Wednesday. Let me know what you think is a good day to do that as a live stream, a good day and time for me to live stream the IDGAF YouTube scavenger hunt. That's gonna continue. Well, that has to be a live stream. That's the only way that will work. So let me know, because I want to fill the days so that you all know every day of the week we can come to Ty's channel for X, Y, or Z. Let's see here. We got about 3 minutes to go. Anything going on your own channels? Have y'all posted some like really good videos that we need to check out? Let me know. Have you posted something that you're like really excited about? Have you uploaded something that's like really, really good that you think we just don't want to miss? I've already gotten some people promoting some things earlier. Spammy was in here and she let us know that she has proven that she is a better rapper than Eminem. So I gotta go over to her channel and see what that's all about. Just let me know. Let us know so that we can go and support everybody. I'm gonna let this go for 2 hours. We have less than 3 minutes at this point. So please, if you, Rafael, are you going to be eating your mushrooms on camera? Like, what's going on your channels? Animation's real. If you're still in here, I'm going to do another tag video, and I'm going to tag you if you're willing to do it for your channel, because I just want some more. I want to see something up on your channel. Stop, Rocco. Rocco, get back. Rocco's being really annoying. He just wants my time because he sees me talking to y'all. I promise you, he would be asleep if I weren't on this camera with you all. These dogs will sleep all day until it's dinner time if I let them. And so he's really just being an annoying little worry wart right now. Don't do that. We're going to ask Daddy to take us to the store so we get some treats. What do you think about that? We have a family day at the doggy store. Let's see here. Do y'all want to see Rocco before I sign off? We have less than 2 minutes to go. Come on. Come on, say hi. Come on, say hi. Come on. He's so heavy. Look, say hey, y'all. I don't stop trying to bite me. His teeth hurt so badly. He loves to bite me. Say bye, everybody. I see y'all later. Oh, look at this big old feet. Move. Okay. See, you made somebody leave. We had 3 people. Now we only got 2. Okay. Go to your bed now. You done enough. Bye. Go to your bed. Go to your bed. Um, okay, so we have a minute to go. So I guess I will just thank everybody for coming in. My kiddo was here. Bree Britt was here. She asked for prayers for her friend. Who else? Do I have any other? I think that's all of my mod squad who was here. Rafael, obviously we see Animations Reels. Spammy came in. She was the second person to come. Who else has been talking to me? Deborah and American Copperhead. I always love having them in here. Nelly BD Joy came in near the end, and I appreciate everybody coming in whenever you all come in. Wolverine Scratch, he gave us the Beyonce topic. Two Chicks Crew, also, yeah, and Nelly. Nettie, and Lil Dino, also my mod squad. Thank you all for coming in. I always appreciate everybody for coming in. Of course, I love when my mod squad comes because y'all keep the trolls away. Thank everybody for coming. I always appreciate y'all coming in. I had such a good time. Rido Boy, another mod, and my ride or die from day one here in these YouTube streets. David Singleton, Deshaun on the track. I appreciate all of you. Chevy Powered Fox was here. Thank you so much. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good night and a great week. And I'll see y'all back here next Sunday. But I'll be on YouTube all week and I'll be back at your channels too. So thank you so much. Love you. Kisses, hugs. Later. I'm going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye bye, y'all. Have a great one.